You do not. You don't. You do not do. You don't do. You did not. You didn't. You did not do. You didn't do. You will not. You won't. You will not do. You won't do. You would not. You wouldn't. You would not do. You wouldn't do. You cannot. You can't. You cannot do. You can't do. You could not. You couldn't. You could not do. You couldn't do. You were not able to. You weren't able to. You were not able to do. You weren't able to do. You have not been able to. You haven't been able to. You have not been able to do. You haven't been able to do. You had not been able to. You hadn't been able to. You had not been able to do. You hadn't been able to do. You must not. You mustn't. You must not do. You mustn't do. You should not. You shouldn't. You should not do. You shouldn't do. You do not have to. You don't have to. You do not have to do. You don't have to do. You have not got to. You haven't got to. You have not got to do. You haven't got to do. You do not need to. You don't need to. You do not need to do. You don't need to do. You are not supposed to. You aren't supposed to. You are not supposed to do. You aren't supposed to do. You did not have to. You didn't have to. You did not have to do. You didn't have to do. You are not about to. You aren't about to. You are not about to do. You aren't about to do. You were not about to. You weren't about to. You were not about to do. You weren't about to do. You are not forced to. You aren't forced to. You are not forced to do. You aren't forced to do. You were not forced to. You weren't forced to. You were not forced to do. You weren't forced to do.